Yeah, so we just, I just wanted to welcome everybody that's here. Look like a couple new names, and we want to just welcome everybody, and we want to just encourage people to get signed up if you haven't gotten signed up yet, and to help start recruiting some teams and things like that. If you haven't heard what our format is for this year, which I think most of you have, but if you haven't, we're still planning on doing July 31st Saturday event. We are the Relay for Life of the Triangle this year, and we are hosting the event in Garner at Lake Benson, and welcoming people from the Cary Apex Mooresville Relay and welcoming teams from the Raleigh Relay. So we're excited to be the host for the event this year. Right now we have 36 teams signed up, and I know that's going to increase because I know a lot of teams haven't signed up that I know are participating, and just haven't gotten signed up yet. So we were talking about kind of doing a little, as soon as Lori has time. I mean, it's tax season, so she doesn't have a lot of time. So John, it says somebody needs to let Amanda in.
She's I think I just clicked on that.
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It pops up on my screen while I'm also sharing my screen. So
yeah. So I was thinking about, and trying to let Lori get through tax season before we do too much, but reaching out to those teams that we know are coming back and we know are participating but just haven't had a chance to sign up yet. So we're gonna reach out to those people as well. So that's one thing that we're working on. So it will be, we are planning on doing a day event from 10 a.m. in the morning till 10 p.m. at night. I just got off the phone with Jeremy. I think he was going to try to join, but he's talked with Jason Adamo, which was going to be our headliner for last year's event. And they are working on canceling an event that they had planned for the 31st so that they can be a part of our event. So we're hopefully going to have that. We do not currently have an entertainment person, somebody in charge of it. So if any of you are willing to make some phone calls, or if you know of someone that would be willing to help with entertainment, then that would be great. I do have a list of contacts that we had for last year, and I have the event set up how we had it set up for last year, so we can contact people that were planning on doing it last April and may still want to participate this July. So it's really just kind of right now a matter of contacting people and seeing who we can get, and then we can work together on the lineup and everything. So if anybody has any time for that, then let me know. Send me a text or something, and we can I can share with you the contact information for all the entertainment that we already had. And if any of you are from one of the other relays and you know of somebody that wants to participate as far as entertainment, then send me that information as well so that I can add that to our list of people to contact. And we can start setting up times and things like that for the event. Let's see. You want to pull up the website, John?
Yes. Give me a second here. I'm trying to navigate lots of different things. Okay. Let me share this screen now. And here we go. Okay. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Okay, great. So yeah, just want to kind of walk everyone through the, what's available on the event website, because I know some of you, have been relaying for many, many years, so this isn't really new, but for some of you, it may be. So great thing is this is our new triangle page. So right here, when folks first log in, they're going to see our event date and our time that we're going to start, where we're going to be at, and then of course, how to stay connected to our event. I did want to point out, I have been trying to encourage everyone to sign up for our text alerts, and that will help us a lot. leading up to the event. So we think about how many people actually read emails that we send out for event updates and things like that. So we're about 30 to 40% of the people we send them to open them, which is really, it's actually good for nonprofits, but bad for you all getting the details for the event that you need. So I would encourage you all to sign up. And if I click that, it's just all you have to do is text Relay for Life of Triangle. And this number actually changed. It used to be a 5-digit number, but now it's 855-699-0201. If you've already signed up, you don't need to do it again. But if you didn't get a text at 6 o'clock today when we sent out the reminder for the meeting with a quick link to join into our Zoom, then you're not signed up. So if you could have your phone with you and you have a moment, please do that. Because especially when it comes up to, day of the event, and we have a lot of logistical details that we want to share, or perhaps like, hey, the luminaria ceremony is starting at this time, come over by the stage. We'll be able to send those text updates out to you all, because we know sometimes with the field set up at Relay, it's hard for one end to hear what the other one's doing and that kind of thing. So not just for right now with just meeting updates and things, but later it's going to be even more important. So I would encourage you, if you're on this call or listening, please go ahead and sign up for our text alerts. I was even giving prizes out for the folks that have signed up. We had one person join us since the last meeting, so it's kind of sad. So if you have a phone, go ahead and sign up. And then if you ever want to opt out of them, it's very simple to do. So don't worry about that. If you're just like, you know what, I don't want these texts anymore, that's fine. But it is the easiest way to join a meeting, because every meeting you'll get a text 30 minutes before, and all you got to do is click on the link in your phone and you're right into our Zoom meeting. So very, very simple. Okay, so then we'll come down here, and the first things you got, of course, is a place to donate where you can join. So if you're one of those teams that hasn't signed up yet, you just have to join the Relay button, and then this Luminaria one will take you to our Luminaria store. Pop into there. So this is a great spot where you can dedicate a luminaria or a torch. If you want to buy one of the torches for, in honor or memory of someone, you're welcome to do that right from here. So this is a great spot. I apologize. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have like a menu bar at the top, which is messing with me, seeing tabs and things. And then the next section of the website is announcements. So this is where we'll post important details that you need to know. So obviously any of the meetings we have coming up, it'll be here. There'll be a quick link in the text there to join. Some important fundraising ideas and things like that are all right here through Relay Connect. So this link will get you in there. We do get a lot of questions about folks that, if you're fundraising right now and you've got some donations to turn in and you're not sure how to do that, there's a little thing here that tells you exactly how you can go ahead and do that. If you click show more on any of these, it will bring out the rest of the text, and that's where you'll see that any donations can go to our Charlotte office right now, since our Raleigh office is closed. And then when we come down here, we get to see our top teams and top participants and top companies. So we did kind of want to give a shout out to some of those folks on the top of our list here, from our teams and participants. Oh, and it looks like Jill, someone else needs to get in. So there you go. So yeah, so just thank you all so much for your hard work. I know OCBC Striders. Is anyone with us from that team tonight? That's a Raleigh, that's former Raleigh team. So that's awesome. See them doing great. And we have, so our top three OCBC Striders, Putting a Squeeze on Cancer, and For Claudia. So you all are absolutely amazing. And then Rotary Club, they just joined us, one of our newer teams recently, and are already in fourth place. So that's awesome. And then we see
I think we did have somebody from Putting the Squeeze on Cancer, didn't we?
Oh, did we?
Yes, I'm Rhonda Allen, one of the team captains.
Awesome. Thanks so much,
Good job, Rhonda.
Thank you. We're having fun.
You guys are rocking it. That's awesome. And is that, and yeah, I kind of would. So for Claudia, is anyone here from that team? Sometimes it takes a while to get off mute too. So if you need to interrupt me at any point, please do so.
And then we did have Douglas Ball from the Garner Rotary Club. We spoke to him earlier. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so excited to have Rotary Club back. And those folks are just absolutely amazing how much they support every year. So thank you.
And do we have William here or Angeline?
No, they're not on, but for Claudia is William Frazier.
Okay.
That's his sister, just to let you know.
Awesome. They're
Yeah,
doing.
I haven't heard from Angie.
Awesome. Well, you all are doing amazing. So just really appreciate that. So keep up the hard work, and reach out to us for anything that y'all need. Because I know we do these monthly meetings, but the reality is in between our meetings, there's definitely going to be stuff where you have questions or you need something. And everyone on our leadership team, especially our event leads, Jill and Liz, are always there. But then of course I'm here too. So reach out if you need anything. But thank you all so much for all your hard work. So if we scroll down past there, we'll have some information about survivors and caregivers, which is really important, especially this year, that we get our survivors and caregivers signed up. So this is thinking about folks that are survivors that typically would join your team. They're welcome to sign up just through here as well. But survivors don't have to be a part of a team. So, if you've talked to someone from another church or, another business or something like that, and they've got some survivors that they want to get recognized, they're welcome to sign up. And by signing up, it helps us know who they are and how to communicate with them. And that way we can help keep them up to date on things going on with the event. And especially when those important things are going to happen, like our survivor lap and things like that at the event. So we want to make sure we can keep in touch with all of our survivors and our caregivers. So we definitely encourage you to ask folks to sign up here as well. And the sign up link at the top of the page and the one down here, exact same thing. There's just a slight difference for survivors. They can choose to be a fundraising participant, or they can just choose to sign up as a survivor to be recognized, and that's totally fine as well. So great opportunities to get registered and help us keep you all posted. All right, and then obviously here is our progress towards our goal. So we set a big goal for this year because we have right now 3 events joining all together. We have a potential for 1 or 2 more events to still come in and join us. So we've done great so far. You can see there we got 109 days to go, which is pretty exciting. We're getting close to that 3-month mark out, which honestly is when most things really start happening, especially with our teams. But as Jill mentioned, we really need to get our team signed up because we know there's a lot of teams that are still planning on joining us, but just haven't actually signed up on the website yet. So we need to encourage folks. So if you know someone that you typically see at Relay, send them a text, give them a quick phone call, ask them to sign up, get their team registered, get their team members registered. And then if folks, of course, have any donations, we encourage you to get those turned in so we can see our fundraising meter climb as we move towards our event. And then Jill, jump in and add anything as we go here. Event photos, I left this on here even though we don't have anything yet because we want to do a fun photo contest at some point. We just haven't picked when we're going to do that. But we'd love for you all, because we've got 3 events right now joining us. We'd love for y'all to submit some photos, and we'll do a little fun photo contest. And then the top 10 photos we'll end up putting on our website. So that will be coming up, but we haven't locked in the details for that yet. But we will eventually get your Relay photos put up in here, which will be really exciting. And then for any of the details for the event, great spot to look is our forms and documents page, which is where you can find our sponsor information. So as you're trying to recruit your sponsors, that packet is right here. You can see how your donations make a difference with this one. Here's a flyer for the event that you're welcome to, print, share, put on social media, whatever. There's a great guide for your dashboard once you're registered that will kind of walk you through and help you out with that. And then right over here, we've got the team accounting sheet as well, which is what we encourage you to fill out anytime you're sending in money. So we know exactly who to credit with what donations that you're sending in. So very, very important there. And then as we get our sponsors locked in, we'll also have another tab here where you'll see our local sponsors, as well as our national partners with Relay. So any questions on just kind of different features of the website? And my son is saying good night. So good night, buddy. All right.
Hey, John, I did have a question right quick. What was it that you were supposed to text to that number if you wanted to sign up for the text updates?
Let's scroll back up.
Send that up.
So
it's
SMS.
RFL triangle.
RFL triangle.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
RFL
Thank you. I was trying to send it to somebody else and had the number, but I didn't have that. Okay. Thank you.
Yep, you're good. So yeah, we will, and I will still draw a prize for those registered for our text alert. So if you're on this call right now, you still have a chance to win a fun. I think I gave a relay mug out last time, so we could probably do something similar this time. But you do need to get signed up for it. So go ahead and do that whenever you get a chance, and we'll probably draw that prize. We say let's give them until Friday, Jill.
Sure.
All right, we'll give you a couple extra days. So then we'll draw the prize on Friday, and I'll get that in the mail to you. So there you go. Any other questions?
I'm also gonna send some stuff to Lori to email out also. So I'll put that in there to encourage people to sign up for the text alerts. Yeah,
and that's the one thing is that, just like I said, it just changed. It used to be a 5-digit number you text to, and now it's that 800 number. So that's the main thing to make sure we update everywhere. And I try to do that in the email.
So do you put in the information that goes out to people through the text alerts?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
And if any of you all have something that you think would you like to send out to everyone, that's something I can definitely look at. We are limited a little bit in how many texts we send out. So right now we're mostly doing like the meeting ones, and then any like bigger fundraisers and things like that we want to encourage you all to get involved with, we'll send in there.
Okay. Before I forget, Leslie, can you stay on here after the meeting just for a few minutes? Because I had a couple questions for John about survivor stuff. So I'm just gonna see. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah, I'm in the car en route to another meeting at 7. So
okay.
I wonder if we could talk. Is there another time we can talk, or do you want to talk with all 3 of us?
No, that's fine. I can get with you, and then I'll I can ask him what I need to ask him, and then I can get with you.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to do 2 things at one time.
Totally fine.
Okay.
Okay.
You're good. And I know, Jenny, you said you had to leave early too. So yeah, no worries, guys. That's why we record the calls too. So
yeah,
anything comes up, you can always watch the recording later.
Yeah. So the other thing we wanted to talk about was fundraising ideas and things. And I asked Amanda if she would talk for a few minutes about like her success that she's had with some Facebook fundraising. So she's going to talk about that for a minute.
Hi guys. I mean, I'm not up there in the top numbers, but I do try to.
You will be though.
We're working on it. The nice thing about Facebook fundraisers is you can start them through the fundraising app that American Cancer Society that we use for Relay for Life. And you can connect it. If you're on Facebook, you can connect it. And I try to highlight, like, I lost my husband 3 years ago to cancer. So on his, like, I try to do it in his memory a few times a year. And, you know, you have a lot of friends on Facebook, and then I connect it and tag him with some of his friends. They'll just donate. I mean, even if it's $10 to $25, and they do it 3 or 4 times whenever I host the fundraisers, or somebody might miss it the first time around and catch it. Next time I do it, I'll do it around his birthday, our anniversary, just to highlight those moments. And I try to post a lot of pictures with the fundraiser and share it, just because it's a quick and easy way for people to make smaller donations at a time, but it does add up. And it's an easy tool to use if you're already on Facebook through the app. It's just easy to start. You can just hit start Facebook fundraiser. And if you start it through your app, it will credit your team and you as a participant. So I just think it's an easy way to reach a lot of people, and it's easy to share it. It's not quite as fun as some of Rhonda's fundraisers that they do, but when you're in a time crunch, it is a great way to just kickstart a good fundraiser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. And then I also wanted to mention Dina McDonald was from Alosi Spa was going to come and talk about her things that she has going on, but she had something come up, she couldn't come, but she sent me some information. And I just wanted to make sure everybody kind of has heard about it. I know at least the people around Garner may have heard about it, but they have, and their team is going to be called Choose Local and Small, y'all. And it's a group that they have for local businesses and small businesses, trying to promote those businesses and have people, you know, go to them and stuff. And they've been doing an awesome job, but I asked her just to kind of tell me what they're doing, because I've been seeing their purple ribbons around town, and I've been seeing them post them on social media. So she said, Choose Local and Small, y'all, has launched a campaign this month spotlighting Relay for Life. Their theme is We Fight to Win the War on Cancer. They're encouraging businesses or anyone to decorate inside or outside of their business with purple. Several businesses have already painted purple ribbons on their doors and windows, and they're hoping to get more. They're going to get people to sell, you know, those little paper feet and cupcakes that we used to have. They're going to get businesses to sell those for $1 to raise money and awareness. And they're going to, I'm going to give them some of our change containers that we have. So some of the business wanted those to sit out. So we're going to do that as well. They're going to do a Paint the Town Purple official day later on in April, and they're going to let us know when that is. Everything's on their Facebook page, their Choose Local and Small Facebook page, and they have a couple events coming up. They're doing a charity golf tournament. It's called the Baller Bash at Eagle Ridge Golf Course on May 7th. At 1 o'clock. It's $100 per person, and the part of the proceeds are going to go to Relay for Life. So that's awesome if anybody wants to join them for that. They also are doing Shady's is one of the businesses that's doing an event for them this month, and you can see it there. It's called We Fight to Win the War on Cancer fundraiser. Friday, April 30th from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. They're going to have a DJ and karaoke, a raffle benefiting Meg's Smile Foundation also, but 50% of the proceeds that night are going to go to Relay for Life. So they have a lot going on, and they're doing a lot around town. So it'd be great if we can, you know, support those businesses and support those fundraisers that they have going on. So I just wanted to share that with y'all as well. Their team has always done a good job with fundraising and getting awareness out. So it's good to have them back and working and helping with Relay this year. So, okay, so John has a video tonight for our mission moment. So you want to?
Yeah, so let me get that set up. But this is so you're going to hear from a researcher that's based out of right here in North Carolina in the Triangle, and he is funded by the American Cancer Society. So the reason we're able to fund his research is because of folks like you who are helping raise money through our local Relay for Life events across the country. So this is really exciting. He put a great video together for our UNC Relay, which just happened last Friday. But I wanted to share it with you all tonight just because it's absolutely amazing to hear, you know, the direct impact that your fundraising is having, which is really exciting. So give me a second.
Did they do an in-person event?
They did a virtual event. Yeah. Yeah, so it was virtual this year because the college events typically are earlier than their community events just because of the semester schedule. We've got to get it in before finals. Mm-hmm. And with the current restrictions, we can't have as many people out right now. So we're still hoping for that July 31st. The governor's going to allow us to have a larger crowd out there. But yeah, it was a good virtual event for them. But yeah, I wanted to share this with you all because it's absolutely amazing to see how your dollars are being put to work right here in North Carolina. So do let me know if you can't hear the sound, Jill, okay?
Okay.
Hi, my name is Andrew Waters, and I'm a postdoctoral cancer researcher in Lineberger Comprehensive Cancer Center at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Because of your support, I was able to receive funding from the American Cancer Society. Thank you. Like many of you, I've been participating in Relay for Life for a long time. I've been fundraising, walking overnight, participating in silent auctions. I was much younger when I started participating in Relay, and every year I would dedicate a luminaria to the memory of my grandmother who died of malignant melanoma. Unfortunately, as time went on, I've had to increase the number of luminarias I dedicate. In addition to my grandmother, I now dedicate luminarias in honor of my uncle who beat lymphoma, in memory of my aunt, in memory of my father, Neil Waters, and most recently, as of March 16th, in memory of my high school friend who just passed away of multiple myeloma. After participating in Relay for so long, to now be a recipient of funding from the American Cancer Society is both a tremendous honor and remarkably humbling. My research focuses on a protein called KRAS. KRAS functions as a molecular switch. It toggles between an on position and an off position like a light switch. When KRAS is in the on position, it signals for cells to grow and divide. When KRAS is in the off position, it signals cells to stop growing and dividing. Sometimes KRAS can get mutated, and this leads to KRAS being stuck in that on position, calling for cells to continuously proliferate and divide. When left unchecked, this can lead to deadly cancer. In fact, KRAS is the most frequently mutated oncogene in pancreatic, lung, and colorectal cancers, which are the 3 most deadly cancers in the United States. When KRAS is mutated in cancer, these cancer cells can become addicted to KRAS. And the focus of my project is to try to understand this addiction using pancreatic cancer cell models to exploit therapeutic vulnerabilities. So far, this funding has directly led to 3 research publications, with an additional 5 publications that are in some stage of the submission or publication process. A collaborative project that I worked on has led to 2 pancreatic cancer clinical trials. Results from my studies may identify previously unknown therapeutic vulnerabilities in pancreatic tumors and may lead to new patient therapies. You and the American Cancer Society have invested in me. That's very motivating to me. I think about it in the lab. I think about walking through the sea of luminarias, reading the names. I think about how strong those people must be that stand up and stare cancer in the face. I would like you to know that it is you all that motivate me to dig deeper, to work harder, and to seek answers. Thank you for your support.
That's amazing. Thank God for smart people that can do that kind of stuff. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I think his story about how the luminaries he dedicates has grown each year, and I think we can all resonate with that. I know for me personally too, it started with my mom and then my brother and my grandmother, and it's been, yeah, there's sadly we know we lose folks
Yeah,
far
absolutely.
too often.
Absolutely. Okay, so I wanted to give teams a chance if you had any announcements you wanted to make of anything you have going on now, or if you have decided what your team's going to do at the event, if you wanted to announce that so that other teams have an idea as they're deciding on what they want to do. Rhonda Gillespie, are you on here? Is that the Rhonda's iPhone? I don't want to put you on the spot, but
yeah, I am here. I'm sorry, I just got choked.
Of course, right when I said your name. Have y'all signed up yet? Has St. Andrews signed up yet?
Lord, I don't know. I thought I had, but obviously, if you're calling me out, I have not.
Well, no, I'm not sure.
I'm
like
just
I was
kidding.
looking through it today, and I didn't see it, but I could be.
Well, then probably not. I'll get on here.
Okay.
I got to work on taxes tonight anyway, so I'll be back on my computer. So I'll get that done.
Are y'all planning on St. Andrews is still planning on cooking? Yeah, like
Cooking, yes.
Okay.
I'm still unsure of what I'm doing. I had an idea. Waiting on somebody to tell me if it's a good idea.
Okay.
Or their thoughts on it. So I'm still contemplating on what I'm doing.
Okay.
I kind of got a lot going on.
I know you do. I wasn't trying to call you out. I just knew that you would be able to tell me if they were cooking or not. So
yes, they are. They're planning on. I don't know exactly what. I have not even. I saw them back the weekend before Easter, and I did not get to talk to the person that does the cooking. So, because they were doing like a cooking event that day. So, I don't know what they're doing.
I just want to make sure they were coming so that we could have the shelter for them to use.
Yes, ma'am. They're excited.
All right, good. Thanks, Rhonda.
You're welcome.
All right. Do any other teams have like something they want to share, or like something going on now, or what you're thinking about for the event? If you've gotten that far. Sandy, do you think the dancers will be dancing out at the event this year? I know I'm bad putting y'all on the spot. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Trying to find all my mute buttons. I'm really hoping that they'll be able to come out and dance, and maybe a little bit later. I know that the cloggers have their camp that week, and so I'm hoping that they'll be done. That's their camp is basically when they learn their choreography for the whole year. So I'm hoping that they are done and aren't tired and will be able to do that. So we're still trying to work that out. And because it is in July, it'll actually be our next year's team. So that's a little bit challenging for us just because our seasons run a little bit different. But we're still trying to work on some things. I'm still trying to catch some of our seniors that are leaving out to see if they can do a little something before they leave. Not only just because it's their last relay at the studio and whatnot, but it may look good for them for college, and hopefully they continue on with the tradition and take what they've grown up knowing with supporting the community with relay, take that on to college and find a team or start a team or whatever. So we're hoping that we can grab some of them before they leave.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the student council kids too, like form a team where they will, where they can have kids from this year that are graduating participate, but also the kids that are going to be the officers next year can have their team too, and then have another team next April. So that's kind of what I'm doing with them too, hoping I can get those kids that are going off to college to still participate this summer. So yeah, that's a great idea. Let's see. Let me read Alicia, I want to read your comment. Awesome. May 22nd, barbecue. Let me take a picture of this so I can send it to Lori.
Yeah, and if some of you may not be able to see the chat, I don't know if you want to, if any of that you want to read out, Jill, for the folks that are just on, like maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it just says that Lord of Life is hoping to have a photo booth at Lake Benson, and they're also having a fundraiser at their church on Saturday, May 22nd from 4 to 6. Barbecue sandwiches, silent auction, reverse raffle. Also that day is their church is sponsoring a shredding event from 9 to noon. Yeah, those shredding events are awesome. Cleaned out a bunch of stuff last time. Thank you, Alicia.
Jill, this is Rhonda Allen putting the squeeze on cancer. We, of course, are doing the same thing on site that we've been doing, the fresh squeeze lemonade and sugar cookies. And then we've had several of our paint parties at people's houses. So anytime we do those, we have to paint a sample ahead of time. So we kind of have an idea of what we're doing. So we'll have a raffle with all of our samples.
Oh, good. Awesome.
And if anybody wants to host a paint party, we bring everything, tables, chairs. We bring everything but the food and the people, and the hostess paints for free. It's $20 for everyone else.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's fun. Thank you, Rhonda. Anybody else have anything to share? Okay, I think they'll, somebody.
Oh, Jill, I was just going to give, so I know obviously there's other stuff going on, but I just want to share two kind of successes that we had recently from folks that have reached out to me. So the movies in March that we did with Park West Village over in Mooresville, that actually raised just over $1,400. So that was really exciting to see you all go out and support that, and them partner with us, which was really exciting and fun to get to a drive-through movie. So yeah, $1,400. So that was awesome. And then I just met some amazing students over at the Accelerator School, which is also in Mooresville. And it's kind of a hybrid sports and school, which is really great. And they actually sold hats and raised $550 for us. So absolutely incredible to see what you all are doing out there. So thank you all.
Yeah. And I don't know if y'all saw Douglas's chat, but the Rotary's planning to have a basketball goal out at the event. So that'll be fun. Okay, anybody else have something they want to share? Or have any questions that you need answered? I think the only other thing we wanted to mention, and John, you can let me know if I'm forgetting anything, but we just wanted to remind people about luminaries. And I know it was mentioned when we were going through the website, but you can buy them on the website. You can print the luminary and tribute to torch forms and give them out for people to send in their donations for those. But we're selling those all the time. So that would be great if you wanted to print some out and take them to your team members or take them to a business or somewhere like that, and have people take the luminary forms to fill out. Yeah, John, that was one thing I was going to ask about survivors, because we've had survivor paper forms in the past too, because a lot of survivors, some of them aren't comfortable with joining on the computer. So do we have that form?
We do. So just to loop back really quick to the luminaries and torch forms, I do want to just make sure I've got those completely correct for this year. So those will be on the website. I'll promise to have those up by Friday of this week, but I just wanted to review that with Jill and the leadership team just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, since this is, my first year really working with you all. But we do have the regular paper form registrations for folks that don't have an email address or something like that. The only problem we're running into is obviously we're not meeting in person. So if you or your team knows that you need some of those forms, what I'll need you to do is contact me and I will get those out to you, whether I mail them to your house or perhaps I give a bunch to Jill or someone else and you pick them up from them. We have plenty of those forms. You can definitely use those. The one thing I will say is if they fill out the form, which is totally fine, it does take a long time to get that process, because think about it, like you hand someone a form, you got to get them to fill it back, maybe give it to you the next week at church, and then you got to get it to me, and I actually have to mail it out to get it processed. So it can take a long time. The best way for our survivors that don't do online is just to call the American Cancer Society's 800 number, which is 1-800-227-2345. If they select option 2 from the menu, that will get them in touch with someone from our website support team, and they can get registered right over the phone. So literally takes a few minutes. They're all registered, all set with the event, and they don't have to wait on the form. Now, if you want the forms, like I said, I will get them to you. I'll get some out to Jill, anyone else on the leadership team. I'll send them out to you for your church or anything that you may need, and we can make that happen. But I would encourage you to, the 800 number's there, and it's so much easier.
So maybe we could have a flyer or something on the website, information for survivors, like letting them know. I guess we'll need to wait till we kind of know our times and everything of the survivor reception and stuff, but we can put that information on there and say, if you would like to register, you can do it this way online, or you can call this number.
Yeah,
I think that would be helpful.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. And yeah, once we know the times for when the survivor laps are going to be and stuff, that's exactly what we'd want to share with them. So perfect.
Okay.
And I see Rhonda has her hand up.
Okay.
I love this hand.
Dude. Well, normally it shows like a hand up there, but I didn't see the hand, so I was like, hey, I'm not raising my hand. Question about sponsorship donations. I just wanted to make sure the information was correct on those forms, that the 30th, June 30th is the last day to turn that stuff in. Is that correct? Okay.
Yep. And I did want to share one fun thing we're going to do for sponsors as well before we wrap up the call. So because we know we're a little bit later this year than we normally have been with sponsors, and I know a lot of the teams and you folks on the call and those listening to the call, you have those, those certain businesses that you go back to every year and ask for their sponsorship. And I know we're, usually we've already had that secured by now, but since our event is later, our deadline has moved up. And because the sponsors aren't going to be printed on the back of the shirts, I don't need as much lead time to print shirts, obviously, because we're not printing shirts with sponsors. So that's why that we have that deadline for June, or the end of June. So it gives us a month just to make sure we can deliver on all the benefits for our sponsors. However, the earlier the sponsors sign up, the more benefits they actually get, right? Because then they get put on our website under our sponsor section. They get shout outs on our social media accounts and things like that. So we definitely want to encourage them to sign up now. So what we're going to do between right now and our next meeting, any sponsor dollars that you turn in, for every $100, you're going to get entered into a drawing to win a really cool relay prize. I've got some neat stuff in the office that most of you have never seen before. Jill's seen a couple things because I've seen Jill, or I haven't seen everyone else yet. But there'll be really some fun stuff I'll put together. So think about that, like a $500 sponsor, that's 5 entries into the drawing. And it goes on from there. So the sponsor packet's on the website right there under forms and documents. Definitely encourage you to get that out to folks. Share with them like why we need their support. Think about the millions of folks who delayed their cancer screenings. And sadly, that means we're going to be finding cancer at later stages this year than we normally would have, because folks didn't get tested because of COVID and the pandemic. And those folks need our support. They're going to need information. They're going to need someone to rely on and help them, point them in the right direction. And then they're going to need that research that, our funded researchers right here in North Carolina are doing, like you heard tonight from Dr. Waters, is finding those cures and those new treatment options to help create more survivors, because that's what we're all about. We want to have, the whole event should be survivors, right? So we want as many survivors as we can get out there at Relay, but we need to create that world of more survivors. So with your support, we can do that. So definitely encourage your sponsors, even though the benefits have changed a little bit this year. You'll see that in the packet, like we did what we could without having the t-shirt benefit. But I think if people really know why we need their support so badly, that there's, 1 in 3 people are still going to be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime, they're going to want to help us, and they're going to want to support you. So that's just a fun challenge we'll do. Get your sponsor stuff turned in. You'll be, you can fit that team accounting sheet out, send it into Charlotte. If you don't want to mail it in, you can always get it to, you know, Jill or myself. We're happy to help you out with that. We'll get those submitted. So anything that comes in between now and the next meeting, every $100 in sponsors that's turned in, you're going to get entered into a fun drawing to win a really cool relay prize. All right.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments before we end? All right. Thank you guys for coming. Really appreciate everybody being here. And we'll get this recording out to everybody that couldn't be here, so they'll have the information.
All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.